Johnson Strait, British Columbia, Canada, where the northern resident population of orcas congregates each year to socialize, feed on the salmon runs, and rub their bodies on the infamous smooth pebble beaches of Robson Bight. These rubbing beaches were designated in 1982 as the Robson Bight Michael Big Ecological Reserve, set aside as the first whale sanctuary in the world. On August 20th, the researchers studying these whales were shocked when a leaky barge carrying equipment from a logging camp spilled its contents into the reserve, creating a slick of diesel fluid 22 kilometers long. Paul Spong is a scientist who has lived here for over 30 years, studying and listening to the orcas. At the time of the accident, he was recording their underwater vocalizations.
We were listening when it happened because it happened really close to one of our hydrophones, so it was obvious that something dramatic had happened.
A total of 19,000 liters of petroleum products was contained in the equipment that sank, including a fuel truck carrying 10,000 liters of diesel. It is unknown how much of this came to the surface, and how much still remains in the equipment that lies on the seafloor at a depth of 350 meters. It has now been more than 6 weeks since the accident, and to date, nothing has been done to inspect or recover the wreckage. Reports are coming in daily that the wreckage is still leaking petroleum products into the reserve. Today, I'm heading out with local whale biologist Rob Williams and his partner Aaron Ash to see if we can spot the slick. It doesn't take us long to find what we are looking for.
Something is bubbling to the surface right there. While if you look at it from here, you can see a yellow blob on the surface. Looks like hydraulic fluid.
There are clumps bubbling up, continuously bubbling up.
Oh my God. Look at that stuff sinking. Well, I want to grab a mat and soak it up. This is a fuel spill pad.
Wow.
We're in an area that has been designated critical habitat for the northern resident killer whales. And we're a half mile from one of the rubbing beaches. And we're in the middle of a slick. Over a month ago, this spill happened. And obviously something is coming up to the surface. If these whales can't be safe here, makes you wonder where they are going to be safe.
I'm really surprised nothing has happened yet, given the very high profile of Robson Bight, the ecological reserve, the fact that this is the best known orca habitat on the planet. I just don't understand that. It seems to me to be a totally obvious situation that needs dealing with urgently. So far as I know, virtually nothing has been done in the past month except a bunch of paperwork and computations and modeling. I suppose it's good money for consultants, but it's not going to help the situation until a real look at what's down there takes place. And unfortunately, time is passing. The weather's going to break up soon, and it's going to become more difficult. I suppose you might say that what's happened subsequently is pretty much fits in with the way the incident was happened in the first place. You know, the response was fragmented, it was delayed, it was ineffective, and that's pretty much the way things seem to be carrying on. It's very disappointing and frustrating.
Our government is looking towards large-scale oil and gas development and transport on our coast. The spill of Robson Bight was a relatively small one, but it serves to illustrate how we are set up to handle oil and gas spills, and how our government presently values the sanctuary of our most majestic wildlife.